Everybody, it's Dr. Rick with Herbal 411, and I am in Bodie Forest Preserve. That's in Hoffman Estates down the street from my office. And I decided to take a break, go out to Forest Preserve and just disconnect. I get a lot of people who have a lot of suffering, and sometimes those complicated multifactorial medical diseases are really challenging for patients to deal with and doctors to figure out. There's always a way to change your suffering. Everybody has a different level of suffering. We have to expect some suffering or challenges in life. Some people will be really bad. The human body is just so fantastic that it should be able to bounce back and then learn from those episodes. Circumstances surrounding everybody's story is always going to be different. There's too many variables. So you can't just deploy one algorithm answer and fix suffering. It's really important for you to have a robust amount of coping skills. And that usually comes with experience and learning. But sometimes you can learn from others that have preceded you. And that's the beauty of Western medicine, is that we like data. It can be preserved for a long time, and it can be refined, and science is always evolving. So you have to expect that medicine and healing will also evolve. It's very confusing if you're on your own, but if you get the help from the right people, then you can get through those speed bumps faster with hopefully less trauma. Being unscathed, I don't know if that'll happen, but at least if we can accelerate your speed through that hurricane, that'd be great. Less suffering. It's just like being in the forest preserve. It's very nice every once in a while to disconnect. And that's why I'm here. So I changed misery to majesty. There's something about nature therapy or being in nature that just settles everything. I always get out to nature therapy because it just makes me feel good. I know a lot of people will do that too. By default, if you have no spiritual practice, if you don't have a good psychologist giving you ideas, helping you with learning new coping skills, if you just detach and get to a forest preserve where you don't have Wi-Fi, you will actually turn off and decrease your adrenaline, norepinephrine, and you'll increase serotonin and oxytocin. So that seesaw of two different hormone families will actually make you feel better. You just changed your lens, changed your perspective. You're still in a hurricane, but suddenly now you can tackle that a lot easier. And I just interviewed Dr. Amy Harris-Nuon. She's a psychologist in Bloomingdale, and she'll be at the Ignite Your Life conference I'm holding on the 14th of January. I'll put my invites down below. You do need a ticket, so if you are suffering, if you're in misery, and you cannot see a way to your majesty, please consider coming. I'll have 5 experts, all at your beckoning. So it'll be pretty cool. I'll try to record the best answers to the Q&A, especially at the end. If I ever put on a conference, it's always nice to, when people actually ask genius questions, it makes me get an idea of what is going on in the community. And I might be missing something, so it makes me focus in on stuff that I didn't consider before. It's a learning curve, but at the same time, with the experts that I'll have talking, what better way for free to get an idea about how to stop your suffering, how to change your misery to majesty. Share this with anybody who might be going through the same crap or just can't see outside of their own hurricanes. Maybe we can help them some way. Just being in the forest preserve is something nice. Now, if you're next to a beach, you're not in Illinois, that's good too. If you are on the West Coast and you've got mountains, that's good too. Just stay safe. If you spend 30 minutes out in nature, keep your phone with you for safety reasons, disconnect for a short time. Guarantee if you do it on a regular basis, at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days a week, something ritualistic, eventually the brain's going to like what you just offered it. It's going to function better. And then you'll be attracted even more to be out in nature. I always hold annual Dr. Rick hiking excursions, and the last couple of years has been spectacular. And I don't charge anything for them, but this year will be only offering it to members of my Herbal 411 patient panel. This year, since I was supposed to go in my 60th year to Everest Base Camp, I had it all paid for, but it didn't work out. There's the airport that takes you from, I think it was Nepal to Lampuan. I just butchered that. The airport's destroyed or being renovated. So I guess it wasn't meant to be. I can always shoot for 65 or 70, but I got to train. So this time, anyway, I'm taking people to Mount Whitney. It's the highest point on the contiguous U.S., 14,505 feet. I mean, it's going to hurt, but it'll be one of the best views or summits that I've ever taken a group to. So if you want, join up. If you don't want to go that kind of challenge, try to look for your Majesty. And you're not alone. There's always ways to do it. If you're outside the U.S., consider consulting me, and I might be able to give you some advice in your situation. You know, socialized medicine or cash basis only outside the U.S., I think it's all the same. Insurance will usually shortcut the amount of time you can spend and who you can see. So it's always up to the individual to maintain healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle and lifestyle change is always the number one way to intercept and reverse disease. It's just that we're so prescription heavy and trained to sickness equals prescription that I think we forget about exercise, nutrition, diet, herbs, rest. Thank you for watching up to this point in time. That's a nice field. Look at this field behind me. Thank you for watching up to this point in time. Never take no for an answer. Even if you're a terminal patient, you squeeze out every fraction of a second. But there's always going to be ways to slow down time. Or if you're in a hurricane, speed up time. But one way or another, you are in control. And otherwise, stay healthy. Keep on pushing through. Find your Majesty. Thanks for watching.